Hey guys, this particular story is not one sent in from a viewer, but rather about a person and his story. So, with that being said, grab your snacks, dim the lights, and get tucked in. In East LA, a disturbing series of events would soon take place to a man visiting from Britain. Tom, who was the British man we're talking about, Tom was a regular fellow. He had friends and family back home in Britain, and he only came to LA for work. Tom was not much of a partier or a troublemaker, as his family would tell local British news outlets after Tom's story erupted. Tom was in the business of cybersecurity and went to LA to help develop some of their software and train some of their people. Tom was a bit of a hotshot in the cyberspace. Tom spent about 3 months in LA, and it was during this time that Tom would unfortunately pass away. Unbeknownst to Tom, local law enforcement in East LA had been struggling to catch the members of a rather dark and extreme cult. How this pertains to Tom and cybersecurity, well, you'll see soon enough how it all connects. So, police, like I said, couldn't catch this cult. And Tom, during his second month in LA, as LA Times reported, is said to have stumbled upon this cult during a training session at work. They report that the cult had attempted to gain access to the software the company was developing in secret. The software was allegedly a sort of advanced holographic projection technology that could realistically make it appear as if a human, or anything else for that matter, was physically present. Tom successfully thwarted the cult's cyber attack, but not before the cult had gained access to some files, and one in particular was Tom's temporary residence in LA. So, sounds like a fight's breaking out. Whoa, don't know what that fight's on about, but let's continue about our story, guys. Sorry about that. Let's continue on with the story. So Tom, after stopping this random cyber attack, or so he thought it was a random cyber attack, Tom went home for the day and wanted to relax for the day, as evident from a pizza order receipt on Tom's nightstand in the residence, as well as a movie rental online. This night, though, the cult went to Tom's residence and broke in and seized him. The cult took Tom to their headquarters and bound him to a chair and desk. The cult is reported to have told Tom about their mission and the company's secret holographic technology and why they wanted it. It is not for sure known, though, whatever the cult told him, but whatever they did tell him, Tom was apparently convinced enough, and he became one of them and aided them in their mission. The next day, Tom went to work as usual, but this time not just for training the other people and helping develop their software for security, but now also to steal the company's secret holographic technology. Tom would reportedly work long hours and stay overnight, all on the guise of aiding the company. But now let's fast forward to the third and final month of Tom being in LA. Tom had finally and successfully stole all the technology that the cult wanted, and he met with them at their HQ. Now, here's where this story all connects of cybersecurity, this cult, technology. The cult apparently wanted this technology because of a Bible verse they were trying to bring to fulfillment, namely Revelation 13:15. With this technology, the cult would usher in what reports say that the cult wanted, which was, quote, demonic rule, end quote. Tom and the cult began using the technology to project a lifelike image of a multi horned beast in the heart of East LA. The lifelike image drew thousands and caused an implosion of evil religious fanaticism. However, the company that Tom stole the technology from planted a sort of digital tracking bug in the technology, which they used alongside law enforcement to track and pinpoint the precise location of the headquarters of which the cult and Tom were projecting this image. The image of the beast caused an uproar of violence and devotion to the image. However, it was short lived, because soon after, LA SWAT stormed the cult's HQ and killed them all, including Tom. The reports conflict here, however, guys, because police reports suggest that the cult and Tom were armed, but the cult was never reported to have ever used any sort of firearms in their work as local law enforcement were pursuing them. Whatever happened to this advanced technology is not exactly known either. Some rumors say that the CIA came and seized it all, while others say it was destroyed in the gunfire. However, what we do know is this: the image of the beast that came to life was so compelling enough to change a whole region of LA into a region of demonic corruption. So that's the story for today, guys. And let's take a lesson from Tom. And goodbye for now.